You can wear a size small, weigh exactly what you did in college, look healthy from the outside to everyone around you, and still be at risk for diabetes, insulin resistance, and metabolic disease. So why is that? It's called being skinny fat, and it's way more common than you think. I'm Chris, I'm a national board certified health coach, and I help women break the yo-yo dieting cycle for good by eating more delicious and nourishing foods and training smarter, not harder. Okay, so let's break this down. Skinny fat is a casual term for something the medical world calls metabolically unhealthy normal weight. Basically, it means your weight looks fine on the outside, your BMI is normal, your jeans still fit, but on the inside, your body composition is telling a completely different story. And this is exactly why BMI, which is just your weight divided by your height, is kind of a meaningless number. It cannot tell you how much of your body is muscle versus fat. Two women can weigh the exact same thing and have completely different health outcomes based on their body composition. Skinny fat is having a lower muscle mass and higher percentage of body fat than what's healthy. And here's what it gets real. Research shows that roughly 1 in 5 normal weight adults are metabolically unhealthy. That's about 20% of people who look fine on paper but are dealing with things like elevated blood sugar, high triglycerides, and insulin resistance. And most of them have no idea. So let me say this clearly. Your weight and your clothing size can absolutely lie to you about your health. The scale cannot tell you how much your body is muscle versus fat. And that distinction, it matters more than the number on a regular scale. And here's what a lot of people don't realize. You don't have to be overweight to develop insulin resistance and eventually type 2 diabetes. There are thin people walking around right now with blood sugar problems, elevated inflammation, even early signs of fatty liver, and they're completely flying under the radar. Maybe the doctor looks at the scale, sees a normal weight, and says, you're fine. Most doctors aren't even running tests that would actually catch this. Things like fasting insulin, hemoglobin A1C, fasting glucose, a full thyroid panel. So people are walking around thinking they are healthy because nobody's looking deeper until they start getting real symptoms. One study found that normal weight adults who were metabolically unhealthy had over 3 times the risk of dying from cardiovascular causes compared to normal weight adults who were metabolically healthy. 3 times. And they would never get flagged in a standard checkup because their BMI looks normal. This is what makes skinny fat so dangerous. It hides. No one tells you to worry about your metabolic health when you're a size 4. But metabolic health doesn't care about your gene size. It cares about what's happening inside your body. And a huge piece of that puzzle is muscle. By the way, if you're hearing these and wondering where you stand with your health and your habits, I created a free health score assessment that breaks it all down for you. And you'll get personalized insights on what's actually working, what is not, and what to focus on first. And so here's the reframe that changed everything for me and that changes everything for my clients. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, she's a physician and founder of muscle-centric medicine. She puts it this way: we don't have an obesity crisis. We have a muscle crisis. We're not over fat, we're under muscled. And when you look at the research, it makes total sense. Your skeletal muscle is the largest organ in your body, and it is the primary site for glucose disposal, meaning your muscles are where your body processes blood sugar. And so when you don't have enough muscle, your body can't handle glucose efficiently. And that's how insulin resistance starts, often long before you ever gain visible weight. And here's the part that hits home for most women. Starting in your 30s, you naturally begin to lose muscle mass, about 3 to 8% per decade. And if you're not actively building muscle through strength training, that rate only accelerates. Less muscle means slower metabolism, less glucose disposal, more insulin resistance, and eventually chronic disease that could lead to even Alzheimer's in the future. And this is why I'm always talking about muscle being your metabolic superpower. It's not just about looking toned. Muscle tissue is literally protecting your metabolic health. And so what is the solution? It's actually really empowering once you understand it. Number 1, start strength training. Even if you've never touched a weight in your life, this is your sign. You don't need to train like a bodybuilder. You need to build and maintain muscle through progressive resistance training. I have at-home workouts you can follow at your own home with some dumbbells. So I'm gonna link those here for you. And I have a full beginner's guide coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Number 2, eat enough protein. Your muscles cannot grow without the building blocks. I'm talking about 100 grams minimum per day from quality sources like chicken, eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, and pair that with fiber and healthy fats at every meal, so you're giving your body what it needs to thrive. And number 3, stop relying on the scale. Start paying attention to how you're feeling, your energy, your strength, how your clothes are fitting. Those are way better indicators of health than a number. And so here's the bottom line. Being skinny does not automatically mean you're healthy. Metabolic health is about what's happening inside your muscle mass, your insulin sensitivity, your blood sugar, not what the scale says or the size of jeans you wear. And the incredible news, you can change this at any age. Building muscle literally changes your health from the inside out. If this is something you're ready to take serious, this is exactly what I help women do inside my 12-week coaching program. We build strength, we nourish your body properly, and we create sustainable habits that you actually love. No restriction, no punishment. If that sounds like something you need, there's a link for you in the description below. Now, if you grew up being a cardio bunny, you can go watch my video about the cardio trap, because if you're still spending hours on the treadmill thinking that's the answer, that one's going to be an eye-opener. And take your free health score assessment if you haven't haven't already. All the links are in the description for you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video.
You're still on board.